Welcome back to the Tolleson-Mack podcast. As always, our podcasts are brought to you by Southwest Farm Services for the best hay in the game and guys that know what they're doing. Brandon, who else you got?
We got Freddie Pelayo, LLC. He's a local guy, hauls hay all around the valley. Looking for any hay to be hauled, call Freddie.
All right. Well, today we got, as always, Cesar de la Cruz. But our special guest today is Michael Calmelat Jr., the youngest contestant to ever compete at the BFI. Michael, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good.
How was the trip? How was the trip out to the BFI?
It was good, Had a lot of fun out there roping. And the big BFI and the junior. I did some good in the junior, so it was all good.
Who was your partners?
The junior, I had Damian Padilla, Cole Smith, and Braden Schmidt. And then Pedro Aguirola in the main BFI.
How'd you guys do in the juniors?
In the junior, I won third with Damian Padilla, and then seventh with Cole Smith.
Yeah. How were the cattle?
They were good. It was all good. And
So just give people a little background on you. How old are you? What's your roping number? When did you start roping? Who's your guys?
I've been roping since I could remember, and I'm 14, and I'm a 9+ healer, 7-header, and
Who's your favorite roper?
um,
And you don't gotta get no pressure from the guy sitting next to you. It's okay. How's it make you feel at 14 years old to be roping at the BFI and roping with some of those guys and seeing your guys who, man, I really want to be like that guy when I get older or whatever, and then you look across the box and there's the dude sitting over there ready to rope.
oh yeah, it's crazy to go from watch them on your phone and then going to be able to just look over and see them, and it's a lot of pressure, but it's cool to be able to rope against them finally.
And trust me, they know who you are.
Yeah, I guarantee you they know who you are. So when you talk about pressure, is the building itself giving you pressure, or is it the BFI name, or is it just a combination of everything and all those great guys there, and you pull into the parking lot and you see all those big trailers and all the sponsor t-shirts and everything? What do you think it is?
It's a little bit of the stuff outside, not so much in the arena. One time going down there, all right, but it's going into the arena, going in the box and stuff. It's little.
So going down the arena, it's just roping feet, just like at the house. You're just roping feet, but everything else that comes along with it.
Yeah, everything else is very nerve-wracking, but.
So we talked to your buddy here to your left, and he told us that when he'd back in the box at the NFR, and Cesar, you jump in here anytime, but he told us when he'd back in the box at the NFR, he couldn't see anything. Like, he could see basically nothing but the steer.
Yeah.
And all the crowd and everything. So did you get that same feeling like you kind of zoned out of everything there once you were in there to do your job?
Yeah, once I was going across to the healer side, I was focusing on the steer and the person in front of me and what they did and how I'm hoping to do. But
yeah.
Man, well, Mike, I've been a fan for ever since you were born, pretty much. Ever since you were out there roping the dummy as a little bitty kid to roping in the open ropings. Shoot, you've been beating me in the open roping since you were about 11 years old. But I want to talk to you. Have the listeners. I want you to weigh in on your little sorrel horse. Coming up, you went from, you're starting your roping career off on that horse till now you're able to, he took you from, beginner roper to a 9 elite roper. That's pretty neat, to talk to tell the listeners about what's going on with that horse and how old is he, and does he have any papers? Is he,
no, grade.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk to people about that. They really like, listening about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I got him when I was 6, and I think he was 3 or 4, and I've rode him a lot ever since then, and still rope on him all the time. He's the main one I like to fall back on. I have a lot of colts that we're starting to bring up, but I always go back to that one for the big stuff, and just like the BFI, I couldn't ride anything else besides that one also.
He's kind of a winner, right? That's what I noticed when you and him kind of get into the short go. And you're able to kind of heal your best deer in the short goes. That horse kind of gives you everything he's got, and even at the very last year, he kind of gives you his heart. So talk to people about that a little bit, about some of the wins you've had.
On the first one, even though without the BFI, I felt his heart pumping just like mine, and all the stuff that I've won. Like I won the trailer, living quarter trailer. I've won the junior world finals in 2018. I won the 2017 on him in Mormon Lake, another horse trailer, stock trailer. And every time I could feel it, his heart pumping just as hard as mine. And
Cesar brings up all the time, like some of the really good horses he's had over the years, and you bring up this horse that you've rode. Do you guys feel like when you're starting it to make it to that level, like your horse and you like really kind of become one? I mean, like you said, you feel his heart pumping. I mean, you said that about Johnny Ringo, and now Johnny Ringo's packing your kids at these junior rodeos. So I mean, you guys feel like you're looking to him like the receivers look to Brady to be their quarterback. You know what I mean? Like you're the man. Like So is that how you guys feel about him?
oh yeah, I wouldn't be where I was without him. And like we've grown to the highest level from the lowest level.
Yeah.
I feel like you're really talented. But that horse right there, you and him together as a team, you guys showed each other. Like he's a winner, you're a winner. And when you guys pair each other up, you can dominate and beat anybody. And that's I like to talk about that a little bit, about the horsepower, how important that is. People don't understand, like you were talking about, how riding a elite level type horse, how the shot just becomes easier.
It
And
does.
so like that horse, he knows when you're wanting to throw, he's like, okay, here's a shot, you go and throw. Like you guys can see the same things going out there down through the arena, and that's kind of pretty important when you're back in the box and you say, I wanna crossfire this here. He kind of can feel that, right?
Oh yeah, he short round time, anytime he knows what time it is, and if I want to crossfire one, he'll make it easy out in front of me, and same if I want to track over the next one, he'll just stay with him and give me a good shot every time.
What's his horse's name?
Chico.
Chico. And Cesar, you might be able to talk to this a little better than Michael, but I'm sure Michael's starting to have these thoughts. When it got to the point where you had to go hunting down another horse for Ringo, like is it so hard to go find another one because you got so much faith in Ringo and Chico that like, man, I can just go get that horse out of the corral and we're gonna go to the pay window. But I mean, it's gotta be hard to start the next one.
Yeah, I know Mike's been on the look for another horse, but when you're open for money, you need that horse that'll give you that shot in the short go, and you need that winner. And I know it's a pursuit. I'm sure you got a couple horses. I know I really like he's a little paint. He's kind of a Mustang looking thing,
Yeah.
but he really slides a lot. Like talk to people about how like you're looking for another Chico out there. You're looking for actually 4 or 5 of them if you can load them all up in the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, like the little paint you're talking about, he's getting to where he's kind of like Chico a little bit, like same size, same everything kind of, and he's getting to where he's almost that good, and he's getting way better.
At what point do you feel that you start putting some confidence in that paint horse and start taking him to some jackpots, or have you already been doing that?
We started a lot more this past probably 2 months, and he's been good. He hasn't done nothing wrong, I've actually won a lot on him already, and he's been great.
So what's the paint horse's name?
Ice, I would call him Ice.
Ice. So how long till we see Ice at the next BFI?
Oh, I don't know. Once
Chico's still gonna get the call for a while.
Probably.
He's a cool looking horse. Looks like he's a kind of a cool looking paint. Got a big old forelock, and he's a cool looking horse. So, well, it's nice to have in the middle of winter. What's your week looking like? You might go to Rancho Rio one day, downtown Arena the next. You got Dillon's, you got Slides. You go to your week in the middle of jackpot season.
Like in the winter, there's so many jackpots just in the Wickenburg area. So we'll go to some like in Wickenburg, or there's even some in Tucson and stuff, in Casa Grande and all over. Then we'll just kind of stay around and go to a few, and if we can, we'll come back home. But if a lot, we try to stay up there and rope as much as we can.
How much do you think you stay in Wickenburg over the winter?
Oh, probably a few weeks. Probably a month. So yeah.
Probably a month out of the winter you stay up there in
Yeah,
Wickenburg.
it's every day they're out there jackpot, and he's gonna go from, he might go to Rancho Rio that morning for the big open roping, and then Dylan's will have a slide, so he'll sneak over there, 30 minutes south and go to the slide that evening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's pretty cool, and I feel like you're 14 and you're getting groomed for when you do turn 18 and you do want to go rodeo. You learn how to kind of roll these jackpots around there, and you're going, like they got the junior BFIs and all that stuff, and they got the junior NFRs. By the time you're 18 and able to go pro rodeo, you should, you feel like you can kind of compete and hang out. You've already competed with all these guys at the BFIs and stuff. So, like that, for example, the week of December, say, you're going to go to that jackpots at the World Series Open, and then you're probably going to go to the the junior NFRs.
Yeah, like the first week of December, there's the Vegas week, and then straight to Vegas. We opened the finale, and then like a day or two after the Open, I went to the Junior World Finals last year, and I did some good over there. So
yeah, like I said, these young guys are going to be big room for it. When I was, and Anthony and Cody, when we were, I was the same age as Anthony, and Cody was a little bit younger than me, but we didn't get to go to those kind of junior stuff like that. And so I feel like that's that gap right there, 3-4 years, them guys didn't get to go hardly anywhere. And then now, when we turn 18, 19, it's pretty tough to go to rodeo. And it's like you feel like you're behind. I feel like Mike is going to be able to stay on top of the game. If he pursues his rodeo career, wants to go rodeo, he'll be groomed for it. That's the beauty of the wintertime in Arizona. There's lots of stuff you can go to.
So do you find it, like being a 9+ healer, I mean, obviously it's not easy to get in every jackpot, but I mean, do you find it as hard as people say it is? You'll hear from guys that get their number bumped up, say from a 5 to a 6. Oh man, I can't go nowhere. I can't get in nothing. I mean, you're a 9+ healer. I mean, do you find it hard to find jackpots you can go get in?
no, there's lately been a lot of slides and stuff, so it's been all good. But like at the World Series, there's the 15 and the 14s, and I'll still rope in those and stuff and have a good chance at it. So it's been good.
How did your number go? I mean, when you're 14 now and you're in 9s, when you were 5, what was your number? Or when you're 6 years old, 7 years old, what was your first number? What did they start you at?
I think I started out as a 2, I believe.
And then just every year they bumped you, or multiple numbers?
How old were you when you were 2? Say when you started roping and they started competing, how old were you?
I think probably 6, probably.
Yeah. That's like I said, when he was 11, he was entering the open ropings and actually winning, and like winning, like by seconds, beating everybody big time, Yeah. So it's pretty cool to watch his whole career, and I feel it's pretty neat. Like I tell people, especially the clinics that I do, if you can't rope a goat, it's going to be hard to rope a steer. And talk to the people about you got a couple goats at the house, and you stay pretty sharp on the goat, right?
Yeah, I have about, I think, 6 goats now, and I've roped them ever since I was 5 or 6, or even before, and since I could probably walk. And I think that's how I got all my timing. But
that's what I think. You can see the legs of a goat. They move twice as fast as a steer. You can be able to spot a steer's legs out, and I think that's the main thing is as fast as Mike ropes and as aggressive as he ropes, he's got to be able to spot the legs out as they leave the chute. And so it's pretty neat to see the hand-eye coordination nowadays and how good the young guys are. Man, it's just I have been going to a whole lot of ropings or rodeos last few years and kind of got to be a fan of it and watching it. And I try to go to these ropings and watch Little Mike rope. It's pretty fun to watch, man.
Cesar, can you take a second and explain to the listeners? Michael's bringing up the slide, like he could go get in these slides and stuff like that. Can you explain to them what that means?
Well, there's a bunch of them in Arizona, dang near every day, but they'll have a 12 slide. And so if you're a 12 team and your numbers combined in a 12 team, you'll be even. You won't have any seconds added on or taken off. And so they got some ropings where they go down, up 4 seconds or down 4 seconds, or even up 6 seconds and down 6 seconds, from a 12. Mm-hmm. So it just all depends. So like Mike, he's going to be, he's an open roper. So he's going to have either 4 seconds at some of these slides that they'll add on it, or 6 seconds on it.
And they'll add that on to his run.
Right.
Okay.
So, they might wait to the third steer coming in the short go where they'll add them seconds on. And that is like kind of the handicap, like golf, right? So it allows the open guy to rope with a number 12 roper. And actually, those guys, the 12 ropers in Arizona and the 13 guys, they can compete out here with, when they add seconds on like that. So a lot of the times, if they take some fresher type steers, Mike, he's going to rope real good, but he's going to be shooting for a second or third place, which is money. and you're gonna notice that them guys, the 13 guys or 12 guys, they'll sneak around there and beat you. But it's a good way to make a living though, because them slides pay pretty good. You'll have a bunch of teams, twice as much as an open rope. The open ropes will be, a kind of a smaller open rope and it'll be 40 teams, whereas your slide will have over 100 teams in the slide. So.
Because the open rope can kind of scare a normal guy off,
Just a little bit. Like the cool thing about the slides is a number 5 will enter that thing in hopes to draw a little Mike at the slide there, because them guys like it when them healers so fast, and with the slides they'll let you crossfire and stuff like that. It's just cool. Them headers are actually enter up, and vice versa. The healers, a 5 healer or a 6 healer will enter up because he's going to have a chance to rope with one of the open type headers to just turn them back right outside the gates there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's an exciting rope, and I think that's kind of why it's fun. You'll have slides every day out here. It seems like you'll go Dynamite. They'll have three in 1 week. They'll go Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays over there. And Rancho Rio tries to have some, and Downtown has some, and Dillon's has some. And it's next thing you know, that's every day. You'll enter the slides for that reason, just because they might not have an open rope on that day, but you can still compete.
Yeah, the slides I'll rope with the highest number I can get. I rope with my dad and whoever else, like John Guyona, I rope with him, and like we get usually the max, which is 6 seconds, like you said, and we'll be going fast on a lot of them, and like some will have World Series barriers, or if you go to Downtown, they'll have a longer barrier, and it's just you gotta try to get around the setup and try to be as fast as you can.
What's your goals in life, Mike? I mean, we're just not talking rodeo. I mean, what do you want to do in life? And if just rodeo is what you want to do, that's okay too. So what are your goals in life? What do you want to accomplish?
The plan is to rodeo and try to be a world champ, and maybe even calf rope and stuff like that. Maybe be all around or.
Yeah, when Trevor who was the last guy to win the all around on the timed event side?
Well, I want to say Trevor, but yeah, the Wright boys, Stetson, he's had that corner last few years. But
do you cap rope much right now?
I calf rope a little bit, but I don't have a very, very good horse in the calf roping, so it's a little harder, but I try a little bit, yeah. Like at the junior rodeos, I'll do it and stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We were in here and we were talking about horsepower and stuff, and Cesar was kind of saying, the horses are going to cost you $50,000 or right around there. If you want to go be competitive or even more. And I was talking to a guy last night, and he just sold a calf horse in Stevensville for $165,000, and he couldn't. I mean, the guy just said, "Yeah." He put a price on it. He said, "Okay, yeah, I'm on my way." And he said, "Man, I just sat there and go, well, man, should I price it for $200?"
Yeah.
He said, because he jumped on it so quick, and I was floored by that. I mean, $165,000 for a calf horse, but if you look at, what these performance horses have to do, and like Cesar said, I rode one the other day, and it's pretty amazing. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe $165,000 for a calf horse.
Little Mike actually got to ride a cool little horse that they priced for $100,000. And he's only a 4-year-old. He's a pretty cool little heel horse. But we went to the Sun Circuit this year, American Rope Horse Maturity, and talked to the people about that. That was your first American Rope Horse Maturity, and I think that's going to be a good step for you too, because I noticed a lot of the pro rodeo guys they're going and doing that a lot more, in the downtime of pro rodeo, and they can go take a young horse and show it and still stay competitive and make a little money and get that horse going. But talk to the people about the horse you got to ride over there.
Yeah, I got to ride a little roan horse, and he was great. We did pretty good, but didn't have no luck. But I would like to go back and maybe even make one of my own and get to enter and stuff. And it was pretty cool. It was cool to go against Trevor and Miles Baker and all the good guys that train the horses for a living and have a chance.
Yeah. Because Mike, he trained Chico and kind of got him going and stuff, and so he's capable of training his own horse. It's just when you go to them shows, you got to have that, they got to have that look, they got to have that mane and tail, and they got to have that little, move around the right way. So that's the next step, I think, is you're probably gonna imagine Tanner Baldwin will hire you again next year for the Sun Circuit, huh?
Hopefully.
Yeah, that Tanner Baldwin's who trained that heel horse, and it's pretty neat to the evolution of the game. I think is by the time you're able to go rodeo, you're gonna have a whole trailer load of really cool looking show horses, long manes and tails, and they're gonna work accordingly. You know, just because that's the game's kind of taken over. I think that's the next step. The guys rope's so good that the horses are getting better and better all the time.
Yeah.
So do you guys see that kind of as the evolution, like you said, like some of these pro guys, they're getting to train a bunch of them horses, you know, Trevor stopped rodeoing and stuff, but he gets to train a lot of those cool horses. Is that where it's kind of going?
I think so. Like him and Miles Baker, they're relentless and they train probably 50 of them at a time, and it's 50 good ones too. And it's cool to be able to watch them and learn stuff from them, like watching videos and how they do it, and riding colts and just stuff like that, and just little stuff like that you can take off from them and help you a lot.
Did you get to meet anybody cool at the BFI? Like you thought was pretty cool?
I've met a lot of the guys that just the rope there and the pro guys already from different ropings, but I talked to a few of them, and it's pretty cool to be able to talk to them and watch them before and get to talk to them now and hang out with them.
Yeah. Do they remember you like, hey Michael, what's up?
Yeah, a few of them do, yeah.
Hey, you feel pretty cool when the pros like, hey Michael, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they like that.
Do you ever play any other sports? Or do you ever play baseball or football or anything like that?
Play a little bit of football, not like for the school or anything, just like messing around football or baseball.
Yeah, but rodeo's been your thing since the start. Nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else. Is riding, roping, and riding all day.
It's probably the common denominator with most world champions. You know, that's pretty much what they did.
No clock.
Yeah,
Right?
no clock.
No clock. Yeah, I remember you
Absolutely
said that.
not. You gotta. He talked about it, you know, just a little bit ago. Relentless, you know, Trevor Brazil, he's known for that. You got to work harder than the next guy if you want to be successful at this game, for sure.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your family? Like where are you guys from and who ropes and who doesn't rope and stuff like that?
Oh, my whole family ropes. Like my dad's side of the family, they were from California and moved to Benson and stuff. But I'm from Tucson, Arizona and stuff. And my mom is from Arizona, like Vail, and my sister Rose, she's a 5, and I rope with her all the time at home, and even at some slides and stuff, and they all rope. So.
Yeah. How old's your sister?
She's 21.
21?
Yeah.
All right. Do you ever pick on her a little bit that you're 14 and she's 21 and you're a 9 and she's a 5?
No, but she'll get pretty mad.
Yeah.
She's pretty smart, right? She's going to the University of Arizona, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes the other
She's
way?
got big brains. Yeah.
Oh, cool. What do you know what she's going for or anything like that?
To be a vet, I think.
To be a vet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they got a good vet school there. My daughter's gonna go to vet school, but she's gonna go to Baylor in Texas. So yeah, it'd be a little different. So do you guys get to rope a bunch as a family? Like, do you guys all kind of get together and rope, or like when you rope, is it business time? You know, I mean, this is gonna be your career. You started off early in your career, but this will be your career. So is it business when you guys are out there roping, or do you get to have fun?
We have fun a little bit, but it's a lot of business. But we all rope at home and stuff. We have an arena at the house, and my sister, and my mom, and my dad will rope and stuff.
Yeah.
And some people will come over. We have a good friend that lives down the road that'll come rope and stuff. So we rope a lot during the day and stuff.
Yeah. Where do you go to school at?
I'm online schooled.
Oh, you're online school. So you rope. Walk us through a day. What's your normal day like?
Usually I'll go to work with him in the morning and stuff, and then we'll get back probably 3 or 4 and run a few till it gets dark, and even longer because we sometimes have lights. But
Yeah. And that's the normal day every day, huh?
yeah, probably.
But how old were you when you were roping against Cesar? When you were 11, or not how old were you, but what were you numbered at an 11?
At 11, I think maybe 7 or 8, maybe.
Yeah, a 7 or 8 at 11. I mean, that's probably why, though. You get home
You had
every
no
day.
chance at the slide. Him and his dad would just wipe you out of every single slide you'd go to. And then they finally got into a 9 elite over there and kind of even the playing field out. But like, that's why, I mean, him and his dad won a lot of money in the slides.
Yeah. What's your favorite rodeo you ever been to?
I roped at Prescott one time. It was the same. It was a GC Perry rodeo, and it was the same setup though. It was at the pro rodeo, and it was pretty cool to be able to come out the same box and stuff.
Yeah, who'd you rope there with?
I think I roped with him and my dad and
Him would be his dad.
yeah.
Big Mike Calmelat.
Big Mike.
I don't know, you guys are the same size now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, drop that little here pretty quick.
Yeah. So you got to rope with your dad at Prescott.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Explain that setup. I mean, I know the setup, but explain it to the listeners. But what you're talking about.
Like you'll come out the healer side, both of you, your header. You come out and then he'll move over. He'll go out and you move over head side and make you run, and it's a longer setup, so you have to score a little bit, and it's a pretty cool setup.
Pretty fun.
Yeah.
To rope in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So like say going to Wickenburg and stuff, where's your kind of home base up there? Like you like roping at Tiresdale, you like roping at downtown, you like roping in Morristown, or just wherever, whenever, whatever. You like Conor McGregor.
Kind of wherever and whenever and stuff, but
So you like the Conor McGregor team roping, right?
maybe.
Any steer, anywhere,
A
anytime.
more humble version of
Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, we can tell that. Yeah. So that's cool, but you definitely like going to Wickenburg, huh?
Yeah.
Lots of stuff down. They have some ropings down in southern Arizona, right? Like,
Yeah, they have a few like in South Tucson and there's a few places. They had one in Tucson just
Shout out to Norbert Lopez, Jacob
Yeah.
Lopez Arena out there.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go next? I mean, you just competed at the BFI. What's another one to check off the list that you really want to go to?
I don't even know. The BFI is a pretty big one to check off, and I've been wanting to go there for a few years now, and like junior and nationals got in the way of it the past 2 years, and now I get to go to Reno and stuff, so it'll be good. And I went to Reno one time for the junior, and then that was it. But Reno's probably the next one yet.
So you'll go back to the Reno BFI. Who will
Yeah.
you go with and rope at Reno?
I'll probably rope with Pedro Agrola over
Is there a junior one over there as well?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you open both of them?
Probably.
And do you guys know when that is?
I don't.
It's usually Reno runs about the third weekend in June. That starts off the Cowboy Christmas, the 4th of July run right there. If you leave Reno and you did good either at the BFI or at the rodeo, you usually feel good about the rodeo season.
Yeah.
Kind of kicks it off right there.
How's your World Series going? You roping a bunch in the World Series?
When they have them around here, yeah, I usually go up in like Buckeye and they have a few in Wickenburg and stuff in Casa Grande and stuff. So it's
Did you go to the finals in Vegas last year?
Yeah, I went last year with Pedro last year and finale. Didn't do we did good in the rounds, but no good in the average.
So are you planning on going back this year?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. What did you qualify? Have you qualified yet? Or
Yeah, I've qualified. I've qualified with Tanner, one of the Open, Tanner Baldwin.
Oh, in the Open?
Yeah,
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, we talk about Tanner a lot here at the horse show, Brandon.
yeah.
Yeah. What's your horse's name, Brandon?
Love the ladies. You actually helped Tanner over there, and that was my horse that Tanner was riding.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You like him? You can tell us the truth.
Yeah, the head horse.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You can tell us.
it was pretty good.
If you don't like him, it's
Very
okay.
fast.
Just kidding. Huh, okay. Well, what do you think, Cesar?
Man, just it's awesome to get to do a podcast with little Mike. Just the future of the game looks bright, and the Arizona Cowboys, always fond of them. What your summer's going to look like? It gets hot down here in Arizona. Where do you go rope and do some stuff in the summertime?
We'll go to Colorado a little bit towards the end of this month, April and March or April and June and stuff. So we'll go up there for a week or two and stuff. But we're mainly down here for winter work and ride colts and stuff.
All summer long, you just stay in around here, though?
Probably, yeah. We usually do, yeah.
The beautiful thing about Arizona, they got some ropings in Sholo, which is 3-4 hours north for us, and they have ropings all week long, so you guys can hang out up there a little bit, or Mormon Lake and a few things like that, Prescott, Flagstaff, all the cooler areas. They usually have either a slide or an open roping, and little Mike will go to a couple of the Grand Canyon rodeos, the amateur rodeos, and kind of stays busy, but I bet he'd be looking forward to the winter time starting cracking back out again over here, so we can go every day or twice a day to jackpots.
Do you guys ever go east? Do you ever go like Texas and stuff like that?
I'll go to Texas a little bit for some of the open ropings, like I went for the Clay Logan and the Patriot and stuff.
We always talk about on the podcast, you know, there's this, there's Arizona, there's California Cowboys, Arizona Cowboys, we don't know what's going on in New Mexico, and then there's Texas guys.
Yeah.
So we kind of talk about that. We'll put our best guys up against Texas any day of the week.
Yeah.
And I think you're proving that. So we're pretty proud of you in Arizona, I can tell you that.
Thank you.
Yep. So I think that kind of covers it up, boys. And Michael, thank you for coming.
No problem. Thank you.
Dad, thank you for bringing him. He's 14, he can't drive. But yeah, and we'd like to thank some more sponsors, huh?
Yes, sir. We got Flint Farms, a brand new sponsor, just came on with us, and Cattleman's Processing down there in Cochise, down there. They do all kind of meats. They'll get you in. Just look them up.
Sounds
Cattleman's
good.
Processing.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, bud.
No, thank you.